Hey everyone, I'm David from the podcast team at I-Fal, your friendly English learning app. I hope you're sitting comfortably with a cup of coffee or tea, just like we would at a cafe in Tel Aviv. Today I want to share 5 short news stories, all in clear English, and add a little Israeli flavor. I'll also explain a few useful words in context, so stay tuned. 1. A farewell to a famous producer. First, we heard that Mickey Feld has passed away at age 87. Feld was a legendary producer, MPYK, that is, the person who plans and pays for shows. He ran Festival, the big musical event for kids, and also organized a festival of Hasidic songs. His family said he probably already started planning the next festival in heaven. It's touching, because many of us grew up with festival tickets in our hands. I remember going as a kid with my cousins, getting excited when the actors threw candy into the audience. Even now, my niece watches the recordings on YouTube and sings all the songs. Losing someone like Feld feels like losing a piece of our childhood, but his work will live on, just like our own warm memories. 2. Drama on the reality show. Power Couple. Next up, in Israeli TV land, the reality show Power Couple wrapped its final challenge. Contestants had to complete a game that tested how well they handle passive-aggressive remarks, kind of like when your neighbor says, "nice paint job," while you know they hate your house color. Despite the tension, the finalists did great, and the show ended only after one participant, Odeya Pinto, let out a big scream. Reality shows can be a guilty pleasure. I watched one episode on Shabbat afternoon, lying on the couch, while my little brother tried to distract me by playing video games. It's fun to see people compete, but also a reminder that in real life, we try to solve conflicts by talking, hopefully without yelling. 3. Big investment for an Israeli cybersecurity firm. In tech news, the Israeli cybersecurity company Alice just raised $140 million. Alice protects the artificial intelligence systems of giants like Google and NVIDIA. Now they plan to expand their local development center, opening dozens of new jobs in Israel. It's exciting because our tech scene is always growing. Maybe your neighbor or your old army teammate will get hired there. And if you're learning English for a future job in high tech, this is perfect practice, talking about investment, technology, and new positions abroad. 4. The real cost of reservists to the economy. A recent government report shows that 1 month of reserve service now costs the economy up to 68,000 shekels per worker. Why so high? Because many reservists earn a good salary, on average 18,800 shekels a month, so when they're called up, companies or the state must pay them. The burden is heavy on about 36% of the workforce, and it also affects spouses and small businesses. We all know reservists, maybe your cousin who teaches high school, or a friend who works in an office in Herzliya. When they leave for duty, bills still come in: rent, groceries, kindergarten fees. So even though the army service is important, the economic side can be challenging for families and businesses. Here's a useful word: reservist, Milvaimnik, someone who served in the army and can be called back for duty. 5. The surprise behind a parent's subsidy. Finally, parents in communities near the border were promised a big subsidy, SBSVD, of 9,000 shekels a month for 2 children in daycare. But instead of saving money, many families found a double charge, HIVB. They had to pay an exceptional fee up front, thousands of shekels, and then wait for the subsidy to arrive. I felt for those parents. Last year I had to pay a late fee when I forgot to register for the municipal sports center. It's the same feeling. You expect a discount or benefit and end up paying more. Now some parents are asking for faster payment plans so the money doesn't get stuck in bureaucracy. A few more words to remember. Producer, MPYK, the person who plans, organizes, and often pays for a show or film. Subsidy, SBSVD, financial help from the government to reduce a cost. Reservist, Milvaimnik, someone who has finished army service but can be called back. Charge, HIVB, an amount of money you must pay. That wraps up our 5 neutral news stories for today. I hope you found the English clear and the topics interesting. Thanks for joining me, David from I-Fal, over this virtual coffee. I really enjoyed helping you learn some English today. Don't forget to check out the I-Fal app. Only 20 shekels per lesson. See you next time.